have on my table. Mayola has allegedly diverted funds through Chelsea accompanied since becoming Foot president in 2018. A declaration from president of women's football in the Congolese top flight revealed that only $20,000 of the $500,000 sent by FIFA in 2021 under its COVID-19 relief plan reached its extended beneficiaries. And also, according to a report, members of FIFA's Ethics Committee visited Congo in March to assess the allegations but have yet to launch a formal investigation. FIFA has declined to comment further on that particular case. Away from that particular story, taking a look at another local story, flawed selection, weak league to blame for CHAN failure. That's coming from Babayaro Ajilore. Former Super Eagles international Emmanuel Babayaro and also Femi Ajilore has actually offered critical insight into the failure of the home-based Eagles team at the 2024 African Nations Championship. According to a report, the Super Eagles Team B endured a disappointing campaign, losing 1-0 to Senegal in their opening fixtures and before suffering a 4-0 defeat to Sudan, which actually see their early exit, and also a 2-1 win over Congo in their final group game, prove inconsequential as the team has already been eliminated. Babayaro, a 1996 Olympic gold medalist, attributed the team's struggles to a flawed preparations and also questionable selection process. Yeah, the team failed from the start because campaign was actually done at a facility owned by an individual who also has a club, and also his coach was actually included in the national team setup. He said this is unacceptable in a country as big as Nigeria. Having 6 or more players from one club undermines the balance of the squad. He further pointed to the team's unsurprising pre-tournament friendlies and also including back-to-back draw against Zanzibar as early warning signs. The Minister make understand that according to report, he emphasized the need for reforms in the Nigerian domestic league, insisting that proper players are scouting and also merit-based selections are vital if the team is to perform better in the tournament. Nigerian latest failure at CHAN has once again reignited debate about the state of the local leagues and its ability to supply competitive talent for international competition. Away from that story, taking a look at another story popping up here for the local story. Let me confirm to you that National United will bounce back from defeat to Niger Tornadoes. That's coming from Margaret. Let me confirm to you that National United head coach Mbas Margot insists his side will move on from the defeat to Niger Tornadoes. The Solid Minas fell 1-0 to Niger Tornadoes in their opening games of the Nigerian Premier Football League season in Ilorin. That was on Wednesday. Todo Shingaman scored the winning goal for Tornadoes in the 24th minute. National United created numerous chances in the game but failed to find the equalizer. Margaret is optimistic that they will actually bounce back from that defeat in their next game. Going forward, the league just started and it's a marathon race, Margaret told the official media of the club. Yeah, every club is actually conscious of his performance, especially at home. National United also will host Abia Warriors in their second league game as far as that particular game is concerned. And that takes us to the full features of the Nigerian Premier Football League for games that actually that happened yesterday. And it's actually was just one game where National United also suffered defeat to Niger Tornadoes by 1-0. Taking a look at the first 4 teams on the log table of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Assistant Niger Tornadoes occupies the 4th position with 30 points in hand. 3rd position is Bayelsa United with 30 points in hand. Abia Warriors also 3rd position, and also Economy Warriors occupies the 1st position on that particular log table. Alright guys, before we go to international history, let me take this particular story for the local story, and afterward we go to the international story that I have for you today. Wolves high Aroko Dare as Milan tackle. Let me confirm to you that the Genk forward Tolu Aroko Dare is in talks to join English Premier League side Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yeah, amid renewed interest from Italian Serie A AC Milan. Let me confirm to you that Aroko Dare has been tutored to actually leave the Belgian club side this particular summer, but there has been no offers for him yet. According to reports, his transfer situation has actually reduced his involvement with the club this particular season, dropping in the pecking orders of strikers while only managing substitute appearance in 5 games across all competition this particular season. The latest report from Italy, however, suggests he could actually be on his way out of the club before the end of the summer transfer windows. And that takes us to international stories that I have for you today. First of all, Champions League, why Benfica limited Fenerbahce from competition. That's coming from who? That's coming from Osmarino. Let me confirm to you today that Fenerbahce manager Osmarino has actually suggested that Benfica defeated his team 1-0 in the UEFA Champions League playoff second tie on Wednesday because the Portuguese club were better than his team. Mourinho watched as Benfica eliminated Fenerbahce to progress to the Champions League group stage, yet league phase on a 1-0 aggregate win, having played new draw in the first leg last week. They defeated Benfica. Meanwhile, Fenerbahce will now compete in the UEFA Europa League this particular season. Speaking at the post-match conference interview after the game, Mourinho said it is a club that knows this type of game, and obviously there is sadness in not being able to do it. But for me, I am aware that we lost against a team that is actually better than us. We have chances, but then we were reduced to 10 men, and the game was actually over. But I think overall, the better team went through. That's coming from Osmarino. Away from that particular story, taking a look at another story, is EPL related. So let me confirm. He said, "You want what? You want to win league with him." Simpson names players Arteta must drop from Arsenal starting 11. Let me confirm to you that former Manchester United man Danny Simpson has actually told Arsenal they won't win the Premier League if Gabriel Martinelli remains as a regular starter in the Mikel Arteta's team. Martinelli, who joined Arsenal in 2019, has made the expectation of many Arsenal fans, has not met rather. He managed 16 goals contribution competition for Mikel Arteta's team last season. In five under Arteta, Arsenal have come second in the Premier League table, tries losing the 2024-25 season to Liverpool. Simpson, a former Manchester United and also a former Newcastle United player, told Beyond the Four podcast that the Gunners may fail again this particular season if they keep depending on the Brazilian winger. The former Leicester City defender said, "I've been saying this for the last 2 years. I love him as a player. He's direct, Martinelli. But I just think they wouldn't win the league with just him out there." According to report, Martinelli was on the bench for the entire 90 minutes in the Arsenal 5-0 win against Leeds United after playing 60 minutes in the Premier League opener against Manchester United. Away from that particular story, taking a look at an EPL story. Ruud Gullit names whose Manchester United a problem. Taking a look at this particular story for you, Netherlands legend Ruud Gullit has said that the problem with Manchester United resides in the club and not about the players. According to the football legend, the problem with Manchester United is Manchester United and not the players. He said that the way the club has been run since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, a man who had so much authority on almost everything, is the problem. The Red Devils again suffered an embarrassing defeat in the EFL Cup yesterday, crashing out of the League On to Grimsby Town. Gullit pointed out the players who actually left the club to some other clubs within this period ended up doing greatly at the new side. He said Scott McTominay of Napoli, Marcus Rashford, Aston Villa, and also to Barcelona, and also Antonio to Real Betis as an example. Cristiano Ronaldo was the first player to express his disappointment at the level of decay at the club since the reigns of Ferguson. Okay, up next for the Red Devils and Ruben Amorim is a Premier League clash with Burnley at the weekend. What do you think will be happening for that particular game? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go take a look at another story popping up here for the international story that I have for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me confirm to you that the Champions League draw teams that Chelsea, Barcelona, and also Arsenal might be playing against. Let me confirm to you that according to what I have on my table, this is the second time ever that the draw will be carried out for the new format. It means that all 36 teams will be in one league table and not in groups. Ahead of the draw, the 4 pots we actually sorted out on Wednesday night. Barcelona is set to face 2 of the Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, and also Bayern Munich in the league phase. For Arsenal, they will now play 2 of Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, and also Barcelona. Chelsea on the other hand could actually take on 2 of Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and also Paris Saint-Germain, and also Real Madrid as far as that particular pot is concerned. Away from that, let me take a look at this particular story. Amorim defends Onana after Manchester defeat to Grimsby Town. Ruben Amorim, Manchester United head coach, has defended goalkeeper Andre Onana after his side Carabao Cup defeat to Grimsby Town on Wednesday. Recall that Manchester United was beaten by Grimsby Town in a penalty shootout at Blundell Park which actually allowed Grimston to advance to the next stage of the Carabao Cup. Onana was actually beaten at his near post for Charlie's Venom first goal for Grimston Town. The Cameroonian also completely missed the ball from a corner, which allowed the Terence Warren to double Grimston lead. Speaking in his post-match interview, Amorim was actually asked if Red Devils have a goal-picking issues with Onana. The Portuguese replied, "With all due respect, when you played against a fourth division team, it is not the goalkeepers, it is everything. It is the environment, it is the way we face the competition. We know that at the moment, everything people will pay attention to, we and also be everything." And also, it is going to be massive. Every details, we know that the performance today, so my player spoke for me really, really loud. All right, away from that, before we go to transfer stories that I have for you today, let me quickly take a look at another international story popping up here. And finally, we wrap things up for the transfer stories that I have for you today. This coming from Fabrizio Romano, provides update on AC Milan Bayern Munich deal for the Chelsea forward. According to an expert, Fabrizio Romano has actually provided the update on AC Milan and Nicolas Jackson, respectively. He said that AC Milan deal for the French Nkunku is actually progressing, adding that personal terms are not an issue. According to him, the players is eager to actually join the Italian Serie A, and also talks over contracts are well advanced. Chelsea and AC Milan are discussing about record fee transfer, surely in excess of $30 million for him. He said that FC Bayern Munich also keep on pushing to close on Nicolas Jackson deal, but there are still nothing agreed with Chelsea as of tonight. And also Chelsea will want to wait until the end of Alexander Isak saga before picking the best option for Jackson, and also Newcastle United are also interested in signing the Senegalese. After Victor Boniface reportedly failed his medical at the club, AC Milan are making contact to explore a deal for Nkunku among the attacking options. All right, guys, let's go to games that happened yesterday. Let's quickly run through the result that we had yesterday for you for the UEFA Europa League playoff. Yeah, the likes of Midtjylland. Later on today, 4 p.m. Nigerian time, games will be happening. The first leg ended in favor of Midtjylland, 4 goals to 0. And also today, Mamo will win up against Olumok's at exactly, that will be 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time. First leg ended in favor of Mamo also. Looking for games that happened yesterday, let's quickly run through that. Yesterday, Karabakh got defeated by Frank Curvas, 3 goals to 2, but it doesn't count, but because Karabakh has advanced in the aggregate 5 goals to 4. Yes, Benfica eliminated Fenerbahce by a goal to 0. Club Brugge defeated Rangers 6 goals to 0, making it 9-1 on aggregate. That's massive victory for Club Brugge. Copenhagen also did pretty well by defeating Basel by 2 goals to 0. Aggregate, Copenhagen has advanced by 30 goals to 1. And for the English League Cup, Fulham defeated Bristol City by 2 goals to 0 yesterday. Oxford suffered defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion 6 goals to 0. Everton defeated Mansfield Town by 2 goals to 0, while Grispin Town defeated Manchester United on penalties 12-11 on penalties. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before I leave the studio, let's go to the possible transfer stories that I have for you today. According to the report I have on my table, Chelsea are really monitoring Alexander Garnacho. And also another one is Manchester United on the verge of agreeing a deal between $35 million to $40 million to 21-year-old Argentina winger Alexander Garnacho to follow the Premier League side Chelsea. AC Milan also have entered the race for Chelsea forward Christopher Nkunku for the 27-year-old French forward. Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeping Gallego Donnarumma has now been given up hopes of a move to before the deadline, with Manchester City the most viable options for 26-year-old Italian. Another one is Manchester City have informed Tottenham Hotspur on Wednesday that they have no intention to let 21-year-old Brazilian winger Savinho leave the Etihad Stadium. Finally, on transfer story, West Ham United are actually looking to sign Brazilian goalkeeper John Victor, 29-year-old from Botafogo. Yeah, but the Brazilian club want to agree a fee much more higher than $6 million if the moves permanent in the future. All ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the Sport Trio on Kiraa Sport TV. Thank you so very much for joining us on this edition. Till I come your way again, my name is Abid Akbo Miracle Oluwadami. Now, this program is proudly produced by Engineer FM. But I'm out of the studio for you. Please stay out of trouble.